Dr. Grant, my dear Dr. Sattler, welcome to Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Mojo Plays, and today we're taking a look at the 10 best Jurassic Park video games ever made. Even if there have been a few stinkers, life finds a way.
Jess, get out now!
What?
Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to Mojo Plays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. The Lost World Jurassic Park Special Edition. In all honesty, this game hasn't exactly aged all that well, but that's to be expected of most PS1 games. To truly appreciate this game, you kind of had to be there when Jurassic Park was this brand new thing. This game, in particular, matched the spirit of the movies with its music, environments, and different types of gameplay between playing as the humans and playing as dinosaurs. Of course, the best part of this version of Lost World was right at the end of the game where you could wreak havoc as the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. Man, this game was enough to make us want to go and watch the movie for the billionth time. Jurassic Park, the game.
I told you, Nedry isn't here. Fat bastard's probably stuck in a doorway somewhere. What about Plan B? Don't worry about it. Plan B is ready. I have Plan B right here.
As a Telltale game, this one wasn't among their best work. As a Jurassic Park game, it at least managed to capture that feeling of danger and adventure through specific story moments and gameplay beats. Part of that accomplishment stems from the fact that this story takes place at the same time as the 1993 original movie before diverging down its own path. Indeed, the story itself is fun and will satisfy most Jurassic Park fans. Just don't be surprised if the gameplay itself doesn't match the same level of quality. This was one of Telltale's earliest works after all. Warpath, Jurassic Park.
Final battle. Fight!
The last thing anyone would expect from a game based on Jurassic Park is a fighting game. This isn't exactly a genre you'd think would fit with the IP. On the contrary, Warpath managed to deliver a thrilling and somewhat ridiculous experience that was purely based on the idea of which dinosaur would win in a fight. But it wasn't enough to just chomp and maul your rival. By eating different, smaller beings running around the stage, you could recover health to give you the edge again. And would you believe developer Black Ops Entertainment went to the extra effort to give every single dinosaur their own movesets? Yeah, this could have easily been a phoned-in cash grab, but it turned out to be one of the coolest fighting games the PS1 ever saw. Jurassic Park NES. Odd for there to be a Jurassic Park game for the NES when the SNES was already alive and popping in 1993. Even more surprising was the fact that this game was a far better experience than the one on the newer console. As Dr. Grant, you will have to explore Isla Nublar, find Lex and Tim, and figure out a way to escape the island. Enter different facilities, brave the wilderness, survive stampedes of Triceratops. This game will have you on edge, just as you were when seeing the movie for the first time. Considering this game was coming out during the days of LJN, the publisher notorious for belting out awful licensed games, this was such a breath of fresh air. Jurassic World Aftermath.
Where's the console?
Jurassic Park and VR would go hand in hand because of how well horror games work in that medium of gaming. So we were kind of surprised it took this long for something like Jurassic World Aftermath to finally come around. Taking place between the events of Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Aftermath tasks you with breaking into the Isla Nublar Park and sneaking past the still free and still extremely dangerous dinosaurs. You cannot fight any of the dinos, and you will have to instead use items to distract them. Some puzzles and minigames do break up the tense moments, but man, when those frightening moments hit, they hit really, really hard.
Don't panic, okay? I can fix this. Just hold on.
Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. There weren't really a lot of Jurassic Park games in the mid-2000s, and the few that were made didn't really strike a chord with fans. Operation Genesis, on the other hand, was the shining outlier. Before one park management game made its debut, we'll get to that soon, I promise, Operation Genesis attempted to capitalize on the idea of letting players run their own dinosaur theme park. Think of games like Zoo Tycoon, and what you have is essentially this. Not that that's a bad thing, this was exactly what we wanted at the time. Unfortunately, it's like the Lost World on PS1. You kind of had to be there in order to appreciate it. Chaos Island: The Lost World.
Yeah, what? Ian here.
Can do.
I'm
Right.
through.
Once again, we have a weird mesh of the IP in a particular genre that theoretically shouldn't have worked, yet it did extremely well. Based on the second movie starring Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, and Vince Vaughn, Chaos Island: The Lost World has players sending out researchers to recover dinosaur eggs, breed dinosaurs, and train them to fight the bigger threats such as the hunters or even the mighty T-Rex. Yeah, it's your run-of-the-mill RTS from the 90s, but it was such a cool take on the IP, and a take that is sorely missed today. Jurassic Park Sega Genesis. If you weren't crazy about the NES version, this was the other game based on the first movie that you absolutely needed to play. While action platformers like this were a dime a dozen, especially when it came to licensed games, the cool part about this version was that you had the choice to play through the game as either Dr. Grant or a Velociraptor, both boasting different abilities and traits. You basically got to live out the events of the movie on both sides, escape or eradicate. The choice was yours, and no matter which one you went for, Jurassic Park was best experienced on Sega Genesis. Besides, how can you not love that adorable boot-up screen with the T-Rex roaring, Sega! Lego Jurassic World.
It's a dinosaur.
We're gonna make a fortune with this place.
There are very, very few bad LEGO games, and while LEGO Jurassic World doesn't do much interesting compared to previous titles, it's still a pretty solid entry. Not only do you get to live through the first 4 movies again, you get to really dive in and explore them too. From the first park in Isla Nublar to the formerly more sophisticated and contained Jurassic World, LEGO Jurassic World is packed with so much detail in its environments and characters. Additionally, it pays tribute to several other Steven Spielberg movies via cutscenes and hidden objects. Think you can find all those secrets? Jurassic World Evolution.
Life, it begins. The most precious moment.
Though there have been other park management games based on Jurassic Park, like we saw with Operation Genesis earlier, this one remains to be the be-all, end-all to the idea. Jurassic World Evolution is the definitive Jurassic Park experience that any fan would fawn over. The way you get to interact with the world and try to make the idea of a dinosaur theme park work with live dinosaurs while trying to mitigate any possible risk of a total breakout, it truly shows how the marriage between video games and movies can make something truly magical, and not just in, captivating cutscenes. You saw the story unfold on the screen, now try to make it unfold in your own way. That is what made Jurassic Park Evolution so wondrous, and the expansion that retells the original 1993 film with all of the original cast was such a massive love letter to the fans, the cast, the crew, and the IP itself. If you are a fan of Jurassic Park, you need to play this game. But tell us, which Jurassic Park video game is your favorite? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Mojo Plays for more great videos every day.